Hi, everybody, and welcome to another Junior High as We Know It podcast, a podcast for junior high students by junior high students. You've just tuned in to episode number 24, where we kind of break down the homework here at Amherst Junior High. And my special guests this time are Bryson and Sincere, our sixth graders here at Amherst Junior High. Why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Bryson.
And hi, I'm Sincere.
So, how much time do you actually spend on homework each night on average?
I typically do 30, 40 minutes, maybe longer. It depends on what I'm doing.
Yeah, I would say it also depends on what I'm doing. I'd spend 30 minutes to about 50 minutes, depending on what it is.
That's not too bad.
Okay, so do you think homework actually improves your grades? Why or why not?
I think homework does improve your grades. I think it's not as big as a test would or an assignment done in class, but homework definitely affects your grades.
Yeah, I think that's true.
If you could give your teachers one piece of advice about assigning homework, what would that be exactly?
I think sometimes they assign stuff that's basically what the assignment is, but sometimes I feel like they should always kind of do what we're learning about. Where is your favorite place to do homework?
If I had a choice, I would do it in my bedroom if I had a desk, but my mom always makes me do it at the dining room. She says there's no distractions. I always have to be in a silent environment, which I like, but sometimes there's a little noise when I'm working,
Like background noise almost?
Yeah.
Like background music, or do you have the TV on when you're doing homework?
I want to. My mom doesn't let me. So
Okay.
Let me know what you guys thought.
What about you, Sincere? Where do you do homework?
I usually do it in my room because I have a desk in my room. I had it for a long time because I used to do online school because it was like COVID, so I just got a desk for it.
So I do have a few statistics for you when we talk about homework. Did you know that the PTA and the National Education Association recommend a nightly maximum of 10 minutes of homework per grade level? So for a sixth grader, it suggests that 60 minutes is the greatest amount of homework you should have per night. And I think that's agreeable. So it's saying the most homework you should have is 10 minutes per grade you're in. So have you guys ever had, as a sixth grader, more than 60 minutes?
I had, because once I forgot to do one of my things, and then I had to study for a test the same day. It was like an important test, so I had to study. And I spent around 100 something minutes.
Oh, okay.
Almost 2 hours.
Okay.
So I also agree with Sincere. I think 60 minutes is somewhat agreeable, only if it's your only thing you could be focusing on. Like right now, I have 3 study guides for tests all on the same day, a ton of homework because I also forgot some things from last week, and I think 60 minutes on homework isn't enough to really balance everything out.
Okay.
So that's just my personal take on it.
All right. I have one more question for you too. If you have a friend and they're struggling to get homework done, or they're like, oh, I just have so much homework, I'm not getting any of it done, what would you suggest to a friend that's like, I just can't get my homework done, or I'm having a hard time getting my homework done? What strategies would you suggest to that friend?
So first, I would say if you're having a lot of trouble, probably tell an adult, like a teacher, because they're a teacher, they could help you with that subject, and they could teach you some study methods and that stuff. And if they don't have any study methods, we could teach them some if they really need it.
That's nice.
Yes, again, I do agree. I think we've agreed on everything a lot, but
It's not a bad thing.
Always go to your teacher first, and try to get someone you think knows it if your teacher is unable to. If your teacher is unable to in that period, I'd say send them an email.
Thank you so much, Sincere and Bryson. I really appreciate all of your homework tips and strategies and just your thoughts on what it's like being a sixth grader here at AJH and some of the homework requirements that we have. So thanks again, and why don't you guys go ahead and say goodbye.
Bye.
Have a good day, everyone.